Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, what do you want me to do? I'll just do, I know what I'll do.
Little soft shoe.
Yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my dog. This is my realm. Although it's all our realms, and I live out there too. But this is specifically mostly me, unless somebody else is here. So this device is the console. That is the thing that's sort of like, is the nerve center. This is like the nerve center of it all. Everything, all roads lead to here, you know. The whole building's wired. So the other room, the upstairs, the downstairs, this room, that room, I can record anything, anywhere, pretty much. But it all comes back here, right? Because in a nutshell, what this guy does is say, hey, and by this guy I mean here. This is what's the patch bay, right? These are the old, hello, Mr. Jones, call for Mr. Jones. These are called TT cables, tiny telephone cables, literally from the 20s. What they just do is say, I want you to go here, and then I want you to go here. That's what all is happening here in a very simplified term. Everything that's available to me, every single module, every single box that you see, every one of the plugs and jacks anywhere in this building, all are here, wired to here. That took 16 12-hour days to solder. Every one of these things has 96 points, sorry. So do the math, because there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, times 96, soldering 3 pins, times 96, times all, okay, you get the point. Worst days of my life. Okay. So everything's here, and it's just a matter of me saying, so what do I want? I got singer guy out there on X mic plugged into number 2. I want number 2 to go into that thing over there, and then I want to put him to this box, and then I want to stick him in there, because that's our new tape machine. Now we have a tape machine, it's right behind these ladies, and it works. It's a beaut. She fires right up, 1981.
Wow.
Use her all the time. Now that's how every recording you've ever heard up until probably the year 1995 was ever made. Magnetic tape. Well, there's the wax cylinder, but we're not, and the Victrola thing. Like, we're talking music that you've bought in the last, say, since 1950. Singer sings, thing, microphone, preamplifier in the tape machine, recording on tape machine. Hear it back. Press play. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to rewind, do it again. Fast forward to 2024. That thing's a luxury item. This is our tape machine. Does the same thing. Has the same buttons. Press, rewind, play, fast forward, record. Same thing. If you even look at that, it even looks like this. Right? It's all just a digital reproduction of what used to actually exist. Right? It's the same exact thing, only now you quote-unquote don't need this anymore. I will argue you do, because it sounds better, but that's an opinion. The truth of the matter is, now that thing doesn't really come out as much. Everything comes into this, everything then comes into this box, which tells this thing, hey, here's some stuff. When you're recording it, when you're playing it back, this box says, hey, I got some stuff for you speakers to play out. And those things, as Pam mentioned, are analog. And that's the conversion process. And that's how we make music now. That's how we record anything, okay? And the playback...
Was this panel from another studio, or was this built for you guys?
This thing right here,
yeah,
this is the Rupert Neve thing that Pam was mentioning. Yep, we bought that and had it shipped here and put it together and had to buy the stand. I mean, if I could take you folks behind this thing, I think you'd pass out. I do. The wiring and it's, look, I understand why nobody does this anymore. I get it. It's much easier to just have a computer and call it a day. But it doesn't sound as good, and what the hell am I doing here if it doesn't sound good? That's me. I'm a crazy person. But I'm in the music business. Am I not supposed to be the crazy guy, right? I'm supposed to be the crazy guy who goes, no, you gotta hear it like this, right? So it's all just a matter of what are you willing to put up with, etc. You know, it has parts in it. It breaks. You have to maintain it. It generates heat, etc., etc. Not to mention it was the cost of a small house, etc. But it's part of why you guys believe in what you believe in. This is what I believe in. This is what I'm passionate about. I know I don't have to have it, I want it. And I want you to experience it. You know what I mean? I want that. That for me, I'm here on the planet to go, no, see, music. It's supposed to kind of this, everybody. Remember? It was, that's, and it's the
I
same.
envy you because you get to do what you do for a
Well,
living as a passion.
That much I'm blessed, yes.
Thank
I get
you,
to, good night. I get to sit here 12, 14 hours most days and do this. I'm pretty lucky. So what is this? Okay, real quick. So guy comes in, and the first thing he does, and this is just obviously really rudimentary, but we get a drummer. These are all the files, right? So the fellas are out there playing. This machine is recording this stuff, and here they all are, okay? I should probably put that up there. Might be easier for everybody. You don't really need to see the mixing screen. There's no bad.
There we go.
Okay. Let's get rid of this thing. Why am I doing this? And let's get rid of this. Okay? So here's all our files. All these things with the wave drawings. That's all sound that's been recorded. Okay? So it's no longer tape anymore. I see these things in my sleep. I close my eyes, I see a wave file. That's my life. I no longer listen to music for pleasure. I can't do it. I listen to music all day, every day. The last thing I'm doing when I get home is turning the stereo on. So it's not all roses. I've lost the ability to listen to music for pleasure. It is sad, because I used to love it. I spent my whole life listening to music. And now it's like, I can't wait to not hear anything. And my poor wife in the car, she's like, what do you want to listen to on the trip? And I'm like, nothing. Okay, so here we are. So, these green guys happen to be drums, okay? So, there's some drums. Not that many. You might think that's a lot, but it really is not, okay? So now we're going to hear some drums. So there's some drums. Now, I've done a lot of stuff up there, I'm simplifying. But this was a guy who was behind the big Todd Rundgren gobos, facing in. I was looking at him like this, the tape machine was running, we had a bunch of microphones going, and this is the drum recording we got, okay? Now, what makes our space unique is the room. This is the room recording. So this is the recording of the space.
Oh, wow.
Right? Now you blend that recording of the space in with these drums, and you can start to see pretty soon there's a dramatic difference. Until you can get to an extreme. When the levee breaks or some other kind of, right? This is how we used to do things. We used space and time and physics. God forbid. Now, we have many things that are basically fake versions of that, which we call plugins, which are basically just little bits of software that's programmed. And that's all they are. Now, they're very handy, and I'm really, really happy that they're here. This would be a plug-in here. That's a plug-in, okay? And that does a thing. It's doing a thing that back in the day, if you see through here, it's one of these boxes used to do. But now we have things like this, and we do have, of course, things that'll make the space. I can get a big old space from what we'll call a Reverb plug-in, which I have to see because I can't see, but it's somewhere. Who's a Reverb? Here's a Reverb. What's this guy do? Yeah, he's a Reverb program, Reverb. I can make him sound like a billion different things, but what I can't do is make him sound like that room. That's mine. And that's where you start to impart the artist's perspective on something. That's how you get that, the Stax sound, the Motown sound, the Florida Dry sound, the LA Laurel Canyon sound. All these sounds come from the artist and the music, of course, but they also come from the capture of the recording and the way that that's presented to you. So I'm a bit like a guy who frames a Picasso and hangs it on the wall and lights it. And then you come in and go, whoa. I didn't make the painting, but I damn well made it look pretty good and made you sort of have that interaction with it like it's intended, right? That's what we do in a nutshell. They come in, I didn't play those drums, you don't want to hear me play drums. That guy's a great drummer, he lives in Nashville, he's fantastic. But what I can do is make it sound like that. Now, let's get into Mr. Bass Player's coming. And he's playing at the same time. There's Mr. Bass Player. And see, he's all by himself. Everybody's all by themselves. They're controlled by me here. Why I like this is because I don't have to do this. I hate the mouse and everything it stands for. I can do 10 things in the amount of time you're fishing around for one stupid thing. And it's tactile, one function, one button, press this, it does this. If that's on, it's on. If it's off, it's off. That's what brings this to me. The sound and the fact that I have to work here all day. I don't want to do this. I want to listen, you know what I mean? So now we've got Mr. Bass, then I think we've got Mr. Guitar Acoustic, 6-string. Then I think we got some cool vibey guitars there, electric. What's in here? Oh, some whale sounds. Let's see what we got here. Oh, some different guitars, and I can move them around. I can put them left and right. I can pull them back. I can push them forward. I can make them darker. I can make them lighter. I can make them sparkly. I can make them weird. I can move them back and forth. This is way too much, but you get the idea. Pretty soon you get a song going.